Hello students, okay, in today's class we are going to start the first chapter of your syllabus, that is under physical chemistry, and the name of that chapter is solid state. Okay, usually this chapter comes either for 3 or 4 marks. Sometime in board exam it comes for 3 marks, sometime in board exam it comes for 4 marks. Sometime for the 3 marks it comes, sometime it comes for the 4 marks. Okay, and basically from here what comes is your objective questions. Objective questions are asked. Along with the objective questions, numerical problem will come from here. Objective question and numerical problem are asked from here. Okay, objective question and numerical problem comes from this particular chapter. And this chapter I call it by the name 3D chapter in 2D book. 3D chapter in 2D book. Because students, in this chapter you have to imagine a lot. Okay, you have to imagine a lot, therefore I call it by the name 3D chapter in 2D book. And you know that there are 3 states of matter: solid, liquid and gas, in which you have already learned about gaseous state in class 9 and 11. Sorry, yes, 9 and 11. And even about liquid state you have learned little bit in class 11, and the terms which you all used was viscosity and surface tension. So you will explore liquid state more in college standard. So right now here we are with solid state, okay? And here it comes to 3 or 4 marks. Objective questions comes from here. Even the numerical problems are asked. And I call it 3D chapter by in 2D book, this chapter name. Okay. As you know, solids means they have 3-dimensional figure. That means they have length, breadth and height. They have length, breadth and height. That's why they are 3D figure we say. So in the chapter called solid state, students, you need to learn about is difference between amorphous solid and crystalline solid. Okay, you have to learn the difference between amorphous solid and crystalline solid. Number 2, you need to learn is type of crystalline solid. Type of crystalline solid you have to learn about. Then you need to learn is about unit cell. Okay, and types of unit cell. You need to learn is about unit cell and type of unit cell. Then you need to learn is about calculation based on density. Calculation based on density you need to learn about. After calculation based on density, you need to learn is about voids. Okay. Then you need to learn is about packing efficiency. Packing efficiency. Then you need to describe the structures of compounds like NaCl, diamond, graphite, copper, etc. You need to describe the structure of these 4. Then what you have to learn is about is defects, which is also known by the name imperfection. After defects, you need to learn is about magnetic property. Magnetic property. Okay, this 9 makes this chapter. So do remember, students, in this chapter you need to learn is about solid state. Okay, and in this you have to learn about these 9 particular topics which is in your syllabus. Okay, so do remember, you need to learn is about these 9 topics, in which today we'll start with the first one, and that is your difference between amorphous solid and crystalline solid. Okay, so one side I am writing amorphous solid. Okay, amorphous solid. The other side I am writing here is crystalline solid. Okay, amorphous solid and crystalline solid. And what we are going to see first is their difference between. So what is the difference between amorphous solid and crystalline solid, that we are going to see first. Now do remember, students, okay, in amorphous solid, the arrangement, whether it's amorphous solid or crystalline solid, they are 3D figure and they are composed of particles. And do remember, in chemistry, particles means it may be ion, atom or molecule. So ion, atom or molecule is referred as particle here. So amorphous solid is also composed of particle, crystalline solids are also composed of particle. And how they are arranged? Okay, In amorphous solids, the arrangement of particle is in irregular order like this. random order. Okay, dot 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 means particle, it is in irregular order. Whereas in crystalline solid, the arrangement of particle is in regular order. You can see straight here, up, down, down, up, like that. So in crystalline amorphous solid, the arrangement of particle is irregular, whereas in crystalline solid, the arrangement of particle is regular. And if you see here, it is of short range, because here is a gap, here is a gap, here is a gap. Whereas you can see here, there is no gap at all, so it has a long range order. So do remember, number one difference is like this: arrangement of particles is in irregular pattern. Arrangement of particle is in irregular pattern, and it is of short range order. Short range order. It is a short range order. Whereas here, if you see, students, here you can see arrangement of particles, dot 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 means particles, is in regular pattern. Is in regular pattern. You can see it is in regular pattern, and it is of long range order. And it is of long range order. So this is one of the difference between amorphous and crystalline solid. Now do remember, next, amorphous solid, they do not have sharp melting point. Sharp melting point. Whereas crystalline solid, they have sharp melting point. So do remember, another second difference is amorphous solid, they do not have sharp melting point, whereas crystalline solid, they have sharp melting point. So this is the number two difference. Number three difference you can see is this one. Okay, amorphous solid, they show the property called isotropy. 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 Now here in crystalline solid, they have the property called anisotropy. Anisotropy. So do remember, students, amorphous solid, they show the property called isotropy, whereas crystalline solid, they show the property called anisotropy. Now what is this isotropy and anisotropy? Let us see. Isotropy means okay, means iso means same, physical property. Iso means same, tropy means physical property. So isotropy, it is a property, okay, in which the physical property of a solid remains same in all direction. It is a property in which the physical state, okay, physical property of a solid remains same in all direction. Now let us see what is anisotropy. Anisotropy, it is a property in which the physical state, physical property, it is a property in which physical property of a solid changes with change in direction. Okay, in amorphous solid, the physical property remains same in all direction. All direction means x, y, z, length, breadth, height. Okay. Whereas in anisotropy, the physical property changes with the change in direction, means along x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis, the physical property will be different. For example, you can see for crystalline solid, I can make this one for you. Suppose the particles are arranged this way: A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B. Then here we have is again A, B, A, B. Okay. AB. This is how the arrangement is regular. You can see AB, 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 and here is also AB, 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 AB. The arrangement is regular, okay, and it is of long range order. So if you measure the physical property in this direction, AB, 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 that is along x-axis, and if you measure along this axis, that is y-axis, it is not same. Why? Here the arrangement is alternative, AB, 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 but here is A is same. So whatever property you are going to get this side, you will not get the same property this side. So again, if you see diagonally, here the property remains same, A. Again, but if you see in this diagonal, the property is B, it will remain different. Such thing will not happen in case of amorphous solid, because the arrangement is what? Of short range, and it is of irregular pattern. Therefore, here the physical property remains same in all direction. Whereas here the physical property changes with the change in direction. You can see physical property will changes with change in direction because the arrangement is different. Okay. Now, do remember, in this chapter we need to learn is 5% about amorphous solid, crystalline solid, and here we learn 95% about amorphous solid. So in this chapter, students, we need to learn is about 5% about crystalline solid. Sorry, I made mistake out here. So we need to learn is 95% about crystalline solid and simply 5% about amorphous solid. So that means this chapter called solid state is totally based on crystalline solid, and here we discuss 95% about crystalline solid, only 5% about amorphous solid in this particular chapter. Okay. Now do remember, students, amorphous solid is also known by other names. Okay. So amorphous solid is also called by the name pseudo-solid. Pseudo-solid. Pseudo-solid means false solid. Pseudo-solid means which solid? False solid. Okay. Or it is also known by another name, and another name of this is supercooled liquid. Supercooled liquid. So do remember, student, it has three names. Crystalline solid has only one name, and that is crystalline solid. That's it, and we need to learn 95% about it. Amorphous solid we learn 5%. It has two another names. Pseudo solid means false solid, or it is also known by the name supercooled liquid. So supercooled liquid, pseudo solid, false solid, amorphous solid means same. And do remember one example of this kind of solid, amorphous solid. One example is your glass. So glass is one of the example of amorphous solid. Whereas crystalline solid example can be given as NaCl, diamond, like that, because they all exist in the crystal form. Okay. So do remember, crystalline solid example is sodium chloride and diamond, whereas amorphous solid example can be given as glass. There are many other examples. Okay, right now I am giving you two. Crystalline solid example is NaCl, diamond, even you can say quartz, whereas the amorphous solid example is glass. Glass looks like solid, but actually it's not solid. It is a false solid. That's why we call pseudo solid. And do remember, glass is not a solid. It is a supercooled liquid, which comes under amorphous solid. And do remember, crystalline solid, they have definite shape, definite volume, but amorphous solid they don't have. So when you cut amorphous solid or crystalline solid by knife, okay, if you cut amorphous solid or crystalline solid by knife, here it will give you equal half, and there will be, okay, the bisection will be very equal and smooth. But when you bisect amorphous solid with the help of knife, okay, the bisection will be rough and it will not be smooth. It will be irregular. Okay, just remember charcoal. Okay, charcoal is one of the example of amorphous solid. If you cut it by a knife, you will not get a smooth surface in that bisection part. You get a rough edge. Whereas if you cut, okay, one crystalline solid, quartz, slowly you get a smooth surface and equal half. So do remember, when you cut crystalline solid by a knife, you get a smooth surface, okay, and the bisection will be equal and it will be smooth, regular. But when in case of amorphous solid, when you cut by knife, it will not be smooth, it will be rough, and it will not be regular, it will be irregular part. So this is how we differentiate between amorphous solid and crystalline solid so far. So do remember, students, amorphous solid, crystalline solid, you can give three difference. They have irregular arrangement, and it is of short range, regular arrangement, and it is of long range. No, they don't have submelting point. They do have submelting point. This is a property called isotropy, which means the physical property remains same in all direction. Whereas anisotropy means the physical property changes with change in direction. So instead of property here, we can use the word phenomena. Okay, we can use the word here phenomena. It is a phenomena. It is a phenomena in which the physical property of a solid remains same in all direction, whereas this one, it is a phenomenon in which, it is a phenomena, you can say, it is a phenomena in which the physical property changes with change in direction. One example of physical property can be given as refractive index. So here the refractive index measured in the x-axis and y-axis is not same because arrangement is different, whereas here it will be same. So this makes you the three difference between, and one extra difference between what I gave you was when you cut by knife, crystalline solid will give a smooth surface in between and it will be regular, whereas in amorphous solids when you cut by a knife it will not be regular and you will not get smooth surface in the bisection part. Okay, so if you want you can take the screenshot of this so that it is easy for you to remember. Thank you very much.